Happy Sunday. This is going to become a Sunday special, I think. Geraldine, she lives in South Africa and she tried so hard to stay awake for this live, but it's after midnight, so I understand that you really needed to go to sleep. It's a bit much. I thought doing it a bit earlier instead of 10 o'clock, I might have been able to get to more of you. I think I will be able to talk to people from America far easily than from South Africa, Europe, and the United Kingdom. I'll just give you all a few more minutes. And you wonder why I'm whispering. It's because I'm cold. Because it's cold, it feels like it's earlier than it really is. I'm a little bit early. It's 2 minutes to 9. Hello, 3 of you. Where are you coming from? Pop me a comment. Michelle, hello, Michelle. Oh, you're awake. How many hours different are you from us now? Is it 3? Hello from Melbourne. I bet it's cold down there at the moment. Oh my goodness. We've had our final cold snap, haven't we? That one that we often get before winter ends. Hi, Michelle. I'm really having trouble with these darn glasses. It's the first time I've had multifocals, so I need to put my head back so I can read. Hey, Janice. Nice to see you. It must be late evening for you over there. I'm thinking 7 a.m. in Perth. Hope you're still snuggled in bed with a cuppa, Michelle. Hello, Mel from Adelaide. I bet you're freezing. Rena, hello. Nice to see you too. You're Adelaide as well. Wow, we've got lots of Aussies here today. And Lee, hello, Lee. Lee would have to be my most often responder. What did I really mean to say then? She's the person who is always there to send a comment and a reply. You must be on the phone as much as I am, Lee. Hello, Vicky, you made it. Can't believe it, just a cup of tea before we pack. The caravan to go wildflower hunting. Oh my goodness, that sounds nice, because I do understand that Western Australia has a lot of beautiful Australian natives that we don't have over here. So post photos, Michelle. Your accent makes me so calm. Oh, isn't that nice? It's such a type of voice that I feel like we don't have an accent, but I guess compared to different countries we do. Oh, that's so nice of you. It's 8:30 here and we're getting a coffee now. That's great. All right, I better get started, or I could just sit here and chit chat all day. Hang on one tick. Okay, I want to show you what I have been making since I last saw you on the live. This is my second live and I've saved the first one so you can watch that if you would like to in your own time. So I've recently completed this big shawl. It's a big one. It's a big one. And I love it. This yarn just makes it. The colours, it's all tweed yarn. I accidentally ordered a grey instead of a beige. However, it doesn't look too bad at all. Gives a little bit of a camo look, doesn't it? Let me just see. Hi, Laurie. Yeah, I know. I love this shawl. And guess what? You can purchase this yarn because it is from America. If you'd like to buy it through my link, that gives me a tiny little bit of commission, which always helps pay for yarn. Otherwise, you can just order it online at We Crochet Official or crochet.com. It's a Brava tweed worsted weight, Now, I usually use a DK weight, being an Aussie, and 7 months of our year is really hot and humid, so we get a small winter. However, this winter's been, I reckon, the coldest we've had in such a long time. So it's just a plain granny pattern, and I've got a tutorial in my video section on making the whole shawl, then making tassels, and also doing this really gorgeous border. I just love picos. I do them quite often nowadays. So this is going around me because I'm bloody cold. It's cold this morning. Now, I've put in another order for yarn, and once I get that, there's going to be an addition to this shawl. Can you guess what it might be? I'll leave you to guess. I might put a poll up or something like that, just for a little bit of a surprise. Someone has asked for it, and if anyone asks for anything to be made, I'm more than happy to accommodate. Okay? Now, the next thing that I've been making and keeping up with, of course, is my temperature blanket. Let me show you. Righto. This is the start of the year when it was warmer. It has lighter colours. Hang on a tick. Hello, Maureen. Hi. So good in your room video. Oh, commissions. I don't like doing commissions only because I have a chronic nerve pain problem, and commissions put a lot of pressure on you. I reckon you could make it yourself. I really do. Have a red hot go. Lee, you got it. Michelle, yeah. She's already got tassels, Michelle. Lee, you did it. You named it. Straight up. A hood. I've never made a hood. Yes. Rena, you got it as well. A collar or a hood. Vicky, looking forward. Good, I'm at working on mine now. You go, girl. Vicky is new to YouTube, so go and have a look at Vicky's handcraft designs. She's one of my lovely Aussie friends. We've known each other on Instagram for such a long time. And also Crochet Cavalier is on here. Her name is Maureen. She's another lovely lady with some great tutorials on her YouTube channel too. Hi, Alana. Paula, good morning. Oh, hello. You made it from the UK. Oh, my God. Just sat sewing in ends on your granny for the temperature blanket. Oh, my goodness, it's midnight. You are doing so well. Hello, Alana. Oh, Vicky, we've been mates for, it feels like years now. Anyway, I better get back to this. Temperature blanket. Now, some of you wouldn't have seen this. Some of you would. Now, this is the colder section here where it's got the brighter colours. Last year, I made a temperature blanket in what I call my colours. They were greens, blues, golds, orange, and the border was made with the parchment colour of Stylecraft Special DK. So this year, I wanted to try out doing the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature, which is what I've done. And I also wanted to use up these colours because they had been sitting in my stash for so long, just looking at me, that it was getting annoying. But what has happened is I've produced something that I don't love. I'm not in love with it. I like it. It's okay. The grey is quite drab and overbearing, but it looks all right. I'm just not in love with it. So that's what happens from steering clear of your favourite colours. Sometimes. Sometimes it can work out to be a real treat. From Northern California. Hello, Faith. Hi, Jay. G'day, yep. Oh, you love this one? Some people do. And you know what? I know that there's a whole group of you that just love greys and purples together. And, you know, like I said, I think it's nice, but I'm a earthy, warm colour person more so. So it doesn't matter. It's okay. I'll sell this one. I've kept my other one. And if I could get it out, hang on, I'll show you. Anyway, I'm up to date. I've got about a week to go. So this week I'll get on and get it up to date, and then I'll leave it for another week or so. Whereas the last one I made, I did it every few days. But being on YouTube now, I'm super busy. So I do the temperature blanket once a week or so. Let me grab this other one. Oh, the pile of blankets is just about to fall down. Here's the one I did the year before. So it is just in a 2-round square. All I did was the maximum temperature for the day. And I love the colours of this one. Where are we? Down to greens, golds, blues, browns, beige. And the border is also a colour for the day. So that's the way the mathematics works out for this temperature blanket. You do, hang on a tick, I'm losing myself all over the place. You do the amount of squares that you can, and whatever's left over, you use up in the border. Anyway, I have video tutorials on how to make this blanket, and also a little booklet that I made that if you would like a copy of, just send me an email. I'll pop my email in the description box below, and I will send you out a little e-booklet, which is very helpful for making all sorts of temperature blankets. That's what I've been up to. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, that's what I love about this, the thickness of it. Oh, I started saying how I've only got DK weight yarn because I was always so hot with menopause as well, and never thought I would need something as thick and scrummy as a worsted weight. But yeah, I'm converted. I love it. Hello, Amanda from Victoria. Last year temperature blanket is perfect. Yeah, for the cold weather. Absolutely, Em. It is cold here this morning. Look, it's 13 degrees. That's not cold for a lot of you. For us it is. It's, you know, when they say it feels like something else, it's 13 feels like 8. Don't know how they get that, but anyway, that's where we are today. Thank you. You've got that booklet. I'm so glad that it's helpful. It just came to me. I just thought all the things that I utilised to create my temperature blanket, I wrote them down, Minnie, and thought, why not put it out there to you all? Lots and lots and lots of you have sent me emails for it, and it's made me so happy. Righto, I'd best move on. Another thing that I've done since I saw you last is rectify a few of these squares. Now this is my sampler blanket for this year. I don't know if you know of these squares. I've been putting out 4 a month to make up, and then at the end of the year, or maybe the start of the next, I'm a bit scared, we will put all of these squares together to make a blanket. Now, Minnie, stop please. Excuse the little dog there. Each of these squares are different, although some of them are pretty similar, but that's okay. And I've tried to do them in lightly textured patterns. Now, I went a little overboard with something like this that I think is a bit more than lightly textured. Anyhow, I need to throw a few more moderately textured ones in, so it's not going to stand out on its own and look a bit lonely. Now, I did 2 more that I popped up yesterday. This one's the prism stitch. Now this one threw me a little bit. It's like, it's messy. I can't kind of get a grasp on what it really is like. So there are some ladies on Instagram making all of these, and they're using a thicker yarn. I'll be really keen to see what this pattern looks like in a thicker yarn. I think it will be a whole lot better. And this one, it's a little gently lacy one. What's it called? The lilac stitch. It's nice. It's sweet. Now, my plan for these is to make a few extras in case you have one that you just don't like, or you can double up on some of them. I have one that I don't want to put in, and it's this waistcoat stitch. Now, I can't even describe why. It just looks a bit odd compared to the others. There's one little error there that stands out a lot. Yeah, one tiny error. The little V has gone through one of the threads from below. So I'm not going to put that one in because I just don't think it goes. So I'll make an extra one to replace that. And of course you can mix and match and just do, you know, you can choose, say, 6 of the patterns and make them over and over. You can just do anything with them. Vicky has made, oh, Vicky, how many are on your table runner? About 12? Anyway, so she did a bunch of them and joined it together using the continuous join as you go. And she has made a table runner out of them. And she's also making hand cloths. I made a square in 8 ply and it's okay. Oh, that's good. You can see the definition in the stitches. That's good to know, Vicky. Thank you. You had trouble with the waistcoat stitch as well. That's interesting. There we go. The old waistcoat stitch is going to meet with a nasty ending. Yes, you did do 12 squares and it looked fabulous. So you can utilize these patterns any way that you want. You don't have to make the sampler blanket. I just thought it'd be a good idea to make a sampler blanket and to explore a whole lot of different stitches that I didn't know even existed. So then having the tutorial on YouTube, there's always a place to go back to and have a look. So when I'm going to do a pattern, I'm going to go back, scroll through and see which one I would like to use. So that's them. They're all there. They're in a playlist if that makes it easier for you to find. And ready for you to make it any time. Doesn't have to be just this year, just because it says 2025. Hang on a tick. Okay, needed a drink from all the talking. Now, the latest thing, oh, hang on. No, I have more. This one has really broken me. What I have done is made each of my grandchildren a blanket. I've hand dyed the yarn and I've been using that Mix and Match blanket book by Esme. Absolutely amazing. So the boys' blankets have been made from this book. The girls, one was a Battenberg blanket and another one was the, oh, what was it called? Can't think right now. One of Cypress Textiles' beautiful hexagons. Ah, can't remember. Yeah, I love crocheting too. Karen, hello. Thanks for being here. Vicky's going to make a blanket out of the sampler ones as well. Love your colour choices in the squares. They match your shawl too. Yeah, they do. And temperature blanket. There's a theme, definitely, Maury. There's a theme. Anyway, back to these blankets for the grandchildren. I I have grandchildren in Townsville, which is a very hot subtropical area, so right at the top of Queensland. So their blankets have been made in sock yarn, whereas the little grandchildren here have had it made in double knit. Yes, double knit, but it's thicker than the acrylic double knit, the hand-dyed yarn version. Anyway, so I'm up to a little man's name who is Emric, and he's 2, so he needs to get his grandson blanket soon. I'll show you what I've done so far. Now, it's broken me because it's sock yarn. They need it to be made from sock yarn because of the heat. They just need something light over top of them, not necessarily to snuggle under because it just doesn't get cold. It's still 30 degrees every day in winter up there. So this one has the surface stitch over the top, and the back of the panel is just single crochet. Here is a mosaic crochet pattern, which I really love. That one turned out really well. Another mosaic, I love this one. What is a tomcat walrus? Yeah, I know I'm big now. Here's another one. Mosaic or tapestry. Here we have all the popcorns. This one took me forever. Forever, just forever. I think I'll do a tutorial to put on my YouTube channel as well of how to make this. It's not as hard as you think. It's just a bit time consuming. So I'm up to this one, and I had made it 2/3 as long again, but I found I dropped a stitch. So I pulled it all back and I have popped it aside because it has broken me. This sock weight yarn, it just takes so long. It's an absolute labour of love, which I will do for him because I love him so much. But, you know, they can break you sometimes. So go off and do some quicker things. Do an in-betweenie. An in-betweenie being just a little one to just break that, I'll call it stress of a project, which it can happen sometimes. Love the green one, yeah, with the loops. Paula, thank you. They have taken me so long. Longer than you think they will. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're a big job, these blankets. They really, really are. There's all sorts of patterns for you to choose from. So you can mix and match your own. And she has a few demonstrations in the front. I did make my eldest grandson a camo coloured blanket using some of these patterns and some of which I just chose for myself. He loves it. That was out of sock yarn. That was when I was fresher. Much, much fresher. Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit of housekeeping. There's 2 things. This morning, Esther popped up a post on my community feed, and that was so good. I'm just loving seeing the people do that. Loving seeing all of you pop up your photos on our community feed so it can be shared with everyone as well who is subscribed to my channel. And I think it's just fabulous. I love seeing what you're making because when we chat, I just sit and wonder what you're making, what colours, what styles. So it's really nice to see. Now, doing it can be a little bit tricky. So my tutorial number 54 I went and laid out the phone and showed you, or maybe it was the iPad, whichever, showed you how to go about posting on my community feed. So if you want to go back to that, you'll be able to tap forward and find the little section where I show you how to do it so you can share your work with us. Because honestly, we just ooh and ah, as Litza would say, over all the gorgeous makes. You know, we're all a pretty clever bunch, just making different things with different ideas. So not only can we admire what you're doing, but get inspiration from it. And also, if you're stuck, you can pop up a photo and ask a question for help. Everyone will be more than happy to help you out, I'm sure. Yeah, Lee, there's a lot of love and time in those blankets. Hello, Mel. On YouTube, you love seeing everyone's creations. Yeah, me too. People are so lovely. And that's what I noticed about Instagram. I've been on there for, how many years? It'd be 5. Anyway, look, there may be twice when someone has said something a little bit odd, like someone got cranky at me for spelling colour the way we spell colour here. So, you know, you just have to block those and move on. But that just does not happen very often at all. People are so lovely and so helpful. And I have found it's the same here on YouTube. We're the same type of people, I guess. The crochet lovers, the yarn lovers, the knitters. Yeah, people are just lovely. Just brightens up your day, doesn't it? Now, the next thing I want to tell you about is something called Hype. It's a new function that YouTube has put out that, I've got hubby's phone here. When you go on to a post, or a video I should say, I keep thinking of Instagram, scroll this along the top here and you'll see something called Hype. Now, what you can do is tap down the bottom. So if you like my video, you can tap down the bottom and that helps YouTube to rate my video. And apparently it also helps my channel to be put out for more people to see. So as you can see, it says there, hubby has hyped already 3 times this week. You only get 3 a week. There's another way of doing it as well. See how that comments section just flipped across. Okay, so you've got comments there. You can flick that to the left and you've got hype there as well. And you can just tap. So if you ever think of it, I would really love it if you would give my videos some hypes. I don't know why. Why hype? I guess it's just a fun thing that YouTube wants to do. But they say it's going to help with our growth and our exposure. You know how it goes. So hype me. That'd be great. Now, one more little housekeeping thing is this looming crochet along. Americans are the only ones that spell it wrong, but we love to tell everyone else. That's what happened, Laurie. That's exactly what happened. I figured she was from America because they spell C-O-L-O-R and I was O-U-R, but I didn't see the reason for her to fly up me about it. She was really cranky. So I thought, no, you've got to go. That's not good. Hi there, yarning for a smile, Lana. I'd say 85% are lovely, but watch out for the 10 to 15 that aren't. Ignore them. Yes, they are just mean, angry, ignorant people who only enjoy. Yep, that's about right in life as well, isn't it? We will not let them ruin it for us. Vicky, catch you later on. Oh, you're so welcome. I love finding new channels. I love finding channels that enjoy making blankets particularly and shawls. As I've said before, I love plushies. They're gorgeous. They are so cute. but they're not for me. I've got a chronic nerve pain problem, so I already have a lot of pain in my arms and hands. And when I do amigurumi, it makes it even worse, as does working with cotton. It just doesn't have that give. So to find channels on here that focus on blanket making, shawls and wraps as well, because to me they're an extension of blanket making, I'm finding it quite rare because the majority of channels are plushies. I've got some lovely friends on plushie channels, but I probably won't follow any more because that's enough. I follow those friends for their friendship, as well as, oh, I'm saying this wrong. I love their makes, but I won't want to film all my followings with plushie channels, if that makes sense. And I'm not being mean in any way. I'm just wanting more blankets. That's all. Want to see more blankets out there. Thank you, Lana Nana. Oh, I should post my world map. Oh my goodness, please do, Laurie. We would love to see that. Cotton hurts. Yeah. I'm actually glad to hear it. I'm not alone with the cotton hurting thing. Okay. Now, we're up to September and this year's flown by so fast. This crochet along, done by Deirdre Use, you can find that on her website called Look at What I Made. There's a few different colour options. Now, I'm going to join in because I love crochet alongs, but I'm not going to make it in the size that it is. It is humongous. I won't have the arms for it. So I'm going to stop mine at the octagonal shape and leave it there. Also, this crochet along starts on the 8th of October and it goes till the middle of December. Now, I'm stressed. That stresses me to the eyeballs. I've got so much to do. We've got a sampler blanket to get done and all sorts of things that I have in my mind. So I am a little bit fearful of this because is it going to hurt me so much that I can't do the other things that we have to do here? I don't know. So I'm going to have a try. Look, if worst comes to worst, I might do it out to this green section and then just do a few of the rounds after that. If you know what I mean. Hang on a tick. It's got some really pretty rounds, so maybe I could just choose a few of those. So I will modify it to suit myself because it's been years since I've done a crochet along. I love the friendship on a crochet along. I love opening up my phone, seeing what each person has made and in what colours they've chosen for their blanket too. I really love it. It's a really great fun time. So join in if you feel like you can. Just go and have a look at what I made. Have a look at the different colour options. I will take you with me when I pull my colours out from my stash. Another reason I've got the stash and the big stash is, mind you, it's not big compared to some people, but that's okay. I love seeing those rooms that are just filled with yarn. Aren't they gorgeous? But I love to have a stash so the yarn is on hand. Again, it's a pain thing. It just makes life easy, doesn't it? So I wait till yarn comes on sale, and once upon a time you used to be able to spend a certain amount and get free shipping, which you can't do anymore. But my yarn is still cheaper to buy from the UK than it is to buy from Spotlight, which is our big box craft store here. Plus I love the yarn from Stylecraft and Paintbox, and now Yarn Smiths as well. Even though I dye hand-dyed yarn, I am an acrylic lover. Go figure. It's a bit of an anomaly, isn't it? Let me just see. Let me catch up here. Hi. I don't know what GTSY is. Laurie's Patterns or that book. No, Lee, I haven't made any apparel. That has frightened me in the past, but I'm starting to get the feeling like I would like to. Found you on Facebook and joined the group. Gotta go. Good to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too. Thanks for being here. Have a good day. Let me just see what else we need to talk about. Have a cup of tea while I do, guys. Oh my God, I have missed the poncho. It's sitting right there in front of me. I got sidetracked. This is the project I'm working on currently. Now, I've done a video tutorial about it, and you might wonder why, because there's lots of video tutorials about the granny cluster poncho. Yeah, the colours of the acrylics now are just amazing, aren't they, Rena? A bit of sun, yeah. Have a great day, Amanda. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate that. Judy, hello from warm Queensland. Oh, Laurie, where do I double tap? Do I do it up there where you are? No, I don't. I don't know where to do that. I'm going to figure a few things out, aren't I? All right, the poncho. I'm not finished yet. Needs to be quite a bit bigger. I've done it in Stylecraft Special DK and one colour in Paintbox. Now, there's a reason I did yet another tutorial on a poncho. It's because I looked at all the tutorials. Every single one of them has a chain in between the clusters. Now, without poncho or not, I'm already a person who doesn't do chains in between the clusters because I find that they just look too sparse and gappy, whereas I want my clusters closer and cozier together. Does that make sense? So I thought, to heck with it, I'm going to make tutorials without chains in between. Now, I did continue on with the 2 chain at the corner, which is at the front and the back. Hello, Luana. Thanks for being here. Our viewers single tap on the middle of the screen above the chat and they'll give you a thumbs up. Oh, thanks for the tip, Laurie. That's great. I don't like chains. Now, since I've been talking about this, Rena, there's been lots of people say I don't do chains as well. I thought it was probably just going to be another silly jilly thing that I do, and not many people do as well. I find I'm often in a minority group with a lot of things. More on that another time. So I did the tutorial without the chain ones, and it's going along just fine and dandy, and more to how I like it. Like, I could have these closer to get together still. I used a 5.5 with this 8-ply yarn because I wanted it to be drapey, but I could have actually used a 4.5. I just wanted to try it out, you know, because I don't often change hook sizes very much. I used to always just use my 4mm with an 8-ply or a DK or a size 3 weight. I think Americans call an 8-ply a 3. So that's how the tutorial came about. So I did one with worsted weight and one with double knit because they are actually different with the different weights. Now, the next thing you'll see from me as soon as I finish this is a border of some sort. I was thinking of doing something a little bit fancy, but I also want to do one that is in back loops, a few rounds of the different colours in the back loop only, or maybe back post. So I'm actually at the moment feeling like I want to keep it quite plain. I want it to be a little bit heavy because this is quite light and flowy. I'm finding this corner, see how that's turning up all the time? It's turning up on me. So I actually want the border to keep the poncho down. I've gone so light and fluffy that it's got a curl happening. Oh my goodness. Oh, I do some silly things sometimes. Anyhow, so that's what you'll see next of the poncho when I get to it. I'm not going to cave in and do tassels on this one because for me, if a project has tassels, it needs to be hand washed. I reckon if I put mine in the wash with tassels, they would be shredded, and I'm not willing to remake them again. Paula in the same never chain between. Yay! Yeah, we have a group of no chain in the granny clusters. Just the two in the corner. Yeah, me too. Maureen's the same. On granny blankets, I don't chain in the sides, only the corners. Me too. When I do a granny blanket, I only do one chain in the corner as well. I'm finding the two in this just a bit much. Now, there's one thing I didn't do with this poncho that I think maybe I should have. I'll have to see how it works out in the end. If this develops a sway to one side, I will need to start flipping the sides at the end of every round. Just tell me on here, no chain in corners, just in corners, sorry Judy, yep, thumbs up there. I'm a no chain person too, Laurie, oh my goodness, you too, Ginny, oh hello. Yeah, the chain in between, I don't get it. It just doesn't look good. Now, flipping rows, because I did flip the row with this, and I do flip the rows with granny square blankets, you know, the big rectangle granny square blankets. And I didn't with this, and I wonder if I should have. I just didn't think. So I'll see how it turns out. And if I feel like it has got a sway up, we will have to talk about that. Look, is that a sway there? And turn the poncho as well at the end of every round, which is no big deal, especially if you're changing colours every round like I do. Oh, I love it. You're saying hello to Ginny. Oh, that's so nice. They know each other, Ginny and Laurie. Leo, I wonder if you had the sway without flipping rows. Yeah. Look, it's very hard to see at the moment, but I actually think there is a slight sway, Lee. Yeah, I think there might be, especially as it's gotten longer down there. Right, we're onto something. Why didn't I think to say to flip it? I was probably too excited and too busy with my brain focused on what I was going to do next. Okay, just one more sip of tea. Now, I've got another reason why I'm a bit stressed with this crochet along, taking up the end of our year. I have put in another order from We Crochet Official, not only to make a hood for this, but I put out a poll some time ago and said, if you could have a blanket tutorial, what would you like it to be? And I think I mentioned this last time I was on. There was a resounding call out for one of those rectangular granny blankets. So you start with the rectangle in the center. Now, all of them said they don't want it to be made from granny stitch. They want it to be made from lots of different stitches. So if that's what the people want, that's what the people will get. So I have ordered yarn to make that blanket. Now, I wanted to do that before the end of the year. So I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to fit it all in? But we'll see how we go. We'll plod along one day at a time, one project at a time. But I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed. I feel like things are mounting up on top of me. I don't always turn my work, but was wondering if it matters. It can make a difference, Vicky, especially with granny square blankets. You have a look at them. Ginny and I chat often. That's really lovely. Yeah, so I'm wanting to make this rectangle blanket before the end of the year for you guys. Something that you want to do instead of making things for me. Although the good thing is, when I started on here, I had lots of things that I was still making that I hoped that you guys would find interesting. But now I am slowly but surely finishing off my projects to start doing our projects, if that makes sense. Even though mine might be a little bit of interest to you, I wanted to do more things that you were really keen on learning. I'm about to do a blanket exactly like that. I'd love to give yours a try. Oh, Laurie, do you mean the rectangle one? Because that won't be coming up just yet. They take ages to send this yarn over from America. The girl who I deal with at We Crochet Official is absolutely flat strap. She does YouTube tutorials, she does Instagram tutorials, she deals with I don't know how many affiliate sponsors around the world and does their orders and, you know, all the questions that we ask her. So I can't say when that rectangle blanket will be, but I'll be excited when it happens. Next time, rectangle. Yeah, to-do list. Yeah, there you go. Another one. Great. I haven't made one before. No, neither have I. And I had seen them, but I'd seen them mostly in the granny stitch, which I didn't mind. But I'm more than happy to come up with some other stitches to do in segments. I might even put a call out for one of the segments or more and say, what would you guys like to use? And we can do that. Yeah, the rectangle, but I'm sure I'll need to do another blanket. Believe it or not, I love that. Oh my goodness, Laurie, you crack me up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you'll have one of these made before I even get the order of yarn, I'm sure. Ginny's crocheting my hexagon. Yeah, I saw those. They look fabulous, and I'll watch your tutorial to join to make a blanket. I'm loving that you're using the same hexagon pattern, Ginny, and just changing the colours. They're beautiful too. Go and have a look at Ginny's Knitting and Crochet. Okay, so while you're watching this, there's lots of ladies who are in the chat that have YouTube channels. So you can search through that and then go and find them. Is the hexagon a join as you go? Yes, it is. I made it a join as you go, Laurie. The hexagon was originally by Cypress Textiles, and she does the PLT, the pull loop through. So every loop you take the hook out, pick up the yarn and pull it through. I was just going to blow my brains out looking at that. So I made join as you go happen. I didn't know how. I just kind of did it the same as I do with the squares, but instead of using 3 double crochets in the cluster, I used 2 because that's what the hexagon was made of itself. So it kind of kept the theme going, and it also reduced the busyness I felt. So I have a tutorial. Of course, I've got a tutorial on how to join the hexagons with a continuous join as you go granny stitch, or granny cluster of 2 stitches. So go and check that out, Laurie. It's, again, another one. It's so easy. Once you know, it's like riding a bike. That would be great. Okay, everyone. Join as you go is the only way. Oh, I know. Isn't it quick and nice? It just flows so nicely off your hook. I love it. It's my favourite as well. I wasn't even going to stay on this long. 49 minutes, you guys. But the good thing is, so many more of you have been able to be here and we've been able to talk together. That's really nice. It's really lovely. So go ahead now, while it's fresh in your mind, go and pop a post in my community feed so that we can commune together. so that we can share our work, share our loves, and just create an even better place to be. It already is a good place. I'm so happy with my channel and the people here, but we can always just add more projects, can't we? More yarn. Just pop on pictures of your new yarn that has arrived. Thanks, Laurie. I'd love you too. Whack on as many photos as you like. I give you all free rein. Just do it. Add lots. It's the first thing I check when I wake up in the morning. Oh, the only painful thing, that's something that I didn't write in my tutorial. Another confusing thing about the community feed is when you go onto it, it's not in order. So you need to press newest, the button on the top that says newest. So it's, recent to the most least recent. I don't know why it's not in order. It's all over the shop. So don't forget to press the newest button when you start, because you might pop up a post and think, oh, well, I only did that an hour ago. How come it's not at the top? I don't know why it's not at the top in order, but just press newest, okay? That's my handy tip for that. Laurie knows Luana as well. Off to bed now. Paula, thank you for joining us from the UK. That's a real thrill. Yeah, it is nice on a Sunday morning. We're actually going to go now and go out and visit a brand new koala conservation area. We have a big population of koalas in Port Macquarie, and we've been known for it for decades. There is a community-funded koala hospital, so they do surgery, and they have a big rehabilitation centre there. So any koalas that are hurt on the roads or anything just get taken to them. They have a vet, of course, who does all the surgeries, and vet nurses. So now there's this new conservation area, and I don't know what it's about, but we're going to go out there, have a look, check it out, have a cuppa while we're there, and see what's happening to help save the koalas. It was heartbreaking when we had the big fires here, because they were 2 blocks down the back. It was flames, just, I don't know how high. They were just frightening. And all the animals and koalas. I shouldn't end on a note like this. So anyway, people are trying to help them, which is a wonderful thing. So lovely to be here, Jill, and have a beautiful Sunday. You too. Every one of you have a beautiful Sunday, or whatever day it is. That's really good. They do that. We lost a lot in the Sydney areas as well in the fires. Oh, it was horrendous. And it's happening everywhere now, isn't it? You too. Have a great week, Luana. Have a great week, everyone. I'd best wrap this up and go before I start talking about something else. And I think Sunday morning seems like a really great time to do this. So I'll let you know again in advance, because it worked out this time. The first time I was too scared to commit in case I wasn't feeling up to it, you know how that goes. But it's been lovely to be here with you all. It's been lovely to chat, and I love seeing you chat with each other. Bye, everybody. I'll be talking to you again soon in videos. Bye for now.